both meta a couple of years ago. Definitely something that we're looking out for here. And again, the Poke, the Jace coming out. But, you know, at the same time, nice to see anyone's legend grabbing what they can, given the state of topside and how many resources JDG invested.
Ooh, even now. They've actually just tried to bombard Kanavi. He gets rooted down, but he's out. Hope in now with his ulti as well, and Xiaohao's first blood. The Twisted Fate there in response, even though Yagao has no ulti. Now Missing will go down, but the gold card at the ready as Forge is flashed on. Not sure what you expected out of LeBlanc, as it's the 1-for-1 trade, but first blood does go over to JDG. He's having a great time of it.
Yeah, and I think, you know, hold on.
He jump back in. Javelin toss not going to connect.
He has no E, so...
The Forge is coming up though, and this is a LeBlanc with a blasting one, so APB respected. Kanavi finds him at point blank range as Root comes through. Xiaohao over the wall with a sonic wave. Execution, denial, and completion here for anyone's legend. The CS himself, but excuse me, that's not even the play. It's just about adding pressure. While Xiaohao moves into room, Forge gets knocked up. Missing gets him as well, but also on the back of Kanavi. The nearly exploded from the fight as Betty now hitting Hope, and you can see Herald whittling away as well. JDG have lost it.
Well, one thing to note, right, is JDG were so effective because their sidelines were basically uncontested in the mid-game last game. But in this case...
Hang on. Everfrost there, kick back for Kanavi, but flashes into the rocket. That gives Betty a nice little assist and a kill onto Yagao. Now, there's a problem, and I see it is that Xiaohao is getting fed.
Yeah, like I said, there wasn't...
Another turret to bite the dust. But look at Forge. Forge is level 11 LeBlanc with flash, with everything up and available, and Chocho getting knocked under turret. Maybe a bit of a mistake. Gravitum looking to take him down, but he goes Golden's missing. Bites his own time. Teleport in the back line as well. JDG have just got a massive shutdown as Yagao comes in. Anyone's legend sticking around too long. Forge didn't pull the trigger, and JDG, they're the ones that are laughing once again. A flash gold card, Everfrost. Those were so many shutdowns back to back. And that just spells disaster. Flush away by Forge. 369 runs forward. They won't be able to get the mid laner, but they got so much from such a simple overstep.
A little bit scarier to fight for 1v1 in the side lane, and you won't get the really easy, straightforward setup.
We begin again though. Hang on, anyone's legend have found Missing this time around. Good soul flare. Depth charge used before he dies. But JDG burned their teleport to get back to this, I believe. Excuse me, it was actually Forge who came in as Herald is taken away. Only the second Herald, but you know, you're not getting a time to talk once again because JDG are getting caught out with their plays with their head in their hands, and on the other side just doing something different as DDZ actually Hextech Ultimatum on top of Kanavi. Forge jumps in and won't be saved by 369. Kanavi dead again. I'm curious though if he can make the flank work. His ultimate not up and available just yet, trying to buy time as Dragons pull towards JDG. Smite needs to be perfect for Kanavi. There's Chocho once again in the backline, but no one's doing damage to Dragon. It's taken by anyone's legend. DDZ goes in, then pops on out. His ulti now available as Yagao, trying to run them down. They need vision, they need summoners, they need speed. And Yagao, gold card only just next, but for Kanavi, looking for the chase. The poke again, needs to connect. The flash away, they got the dragon. They lose only Chocho. I redeem that as a worth, Kelsey.
With the agency to rotate to neutrals first and still get that kind of potent position off. I say that Jinx's longer range in a front to back scenario, anyone's legend are basically just incentivized to pull neutrals off spawn and force JDG to walk into them. But here we go.
Missing bit deep here. Dredge Light doesn't connect, and a depth charge that doesn't take Forge out either. It was the Ignite that ticked down, and they dove that. They sent a lot of ultimates off. They tried to get their poke down, but again, JDG just falling short.
And we're seeing Nautilus sort of fall a bit in priority in other regions, but LPL still loves their Nautilus. And then when we see it in these fights, it just turns into paper at a certain point in the game. Definitely way lower in terms of the damage, flat damage combos, in terms of the tankiness. So not a coincidence to me that he's engaging in, and then Leona just has to use the W to win out on that trade, and everyone else on anyone's legend turns Nautilus into dust.
I mean, Missing still doesn't have his Mythic as well. That's got to help with it. Missing here in this game. It's been tragic as Yagao makes the engage on top of Betty. Flashes away, but Gravitum and Hope finishes it off. There's the flash response. JDG still with fire in their bellies. As Baron's now live, they're moving up here, Kelsey. And we know that anyone's Legend will have to face check, but they're out a little bit early. They poked them down. They're still running forward. And JDG, they're going to ARAM for a little bit longer.
And JDG want these types of siege scenarios where they can use their poke and force people off of that in these open spaces. They don't necessarily want to be in, the choke points. They don't want to be fighting around the locals where...
Solar Flare under turret. I don't know how this goes. Forge has just bursted down 369. Your strongest member dead.
Yagao is about to have the Destiny's gate up, so that will give them some vision on any flank angles anyone's Legend try to execute. There we go. It's popped instantly. So now they just... Oh, nice.
Onto ZDZ now.
I don't think he can win this.
No, it's buying time. ZDZ doesn't want to re-engage. JDG stick around in the river, hoping that poke goes off. The longer this dragon takes, the more they can achieve. But Yagao has just walked into two people. Ignite dropped down onto ZDZ. He wants Kanavi to help him out. As picking any card at this point needs to be gold. The engage started onto Chocho. Well, anyone's Legend, they've got the Hex Dragon.
No.
They now jump in. AoE galore. It's a bounce out to ZDZ. Hex that ultimatum and Hope in close range. The only person left alive. But anyone's Legend, no. He is a slimmer of hope at this point. A triple kill for Betty and AL in this series. Bring it all back.
Ace.
And I think the JDG overall had the correct idea there, right? Space it off, pull them off the dragon. We don't want them to start it. Yeah, not many people are expecting them to do exceptionally well, but I think they're definitely punching above their weight. And there's just win conditions that make that happen.
The gold card comes out, but anyone's Legend have already started the fight and they want to complete it. Look at the backline. ZDZ with a huge flank angle. Is missing, already goes down. Hextech ultimatum on top of Hope, but DDZ is such a bruiser. Exploded with a super mega death rocket, and for anyone's Legend, their only trade is towards Chocho, as Kanavi does nothing this game. King of the jungle, king of absolutely zilch, as Xiaohao has his way. 18-9, anyone's Legend have blasted all of JDG once again, as Betty, look, you can see 369 wants it.
This allows Jinx to continue free hitting despite being relatively low HP and healed up right with the license.
Right, and Elder's now spawned as well. Hope has the perfect guns, I will say. Hexgate taken once again as Chocho flashes in with the Solar Flare, missing with the engage, but into the backline, 369 is destroyed. Anyone's Legend making this look too easy as Betty gets the reset. Excited as all hell. And anyone's Legend with one member left remaining. Kanavi, I don't know how he gets out of this one to buy his time while doing no damage whatsoever. DDZ will take him down, and then anyone's Legend are going to take us to a game 3, Kelsey.
Yes. Yeah, this is just a game 3 situation right here as Kanavi goes down. You could argue maybe the 5th pick in Italy was flying a little bit too close to the sun, for JDG, trying to bring that one back, trying to make the jungle acceleration plays happen and have that poke in place to deal with the Jinx. But there's a reason why Jinx is so powerful globally right now. Jinx is very effective.